Ladies and gentlemen, we are back! Brands Hatch, second round of the EuroNASCAR Championship, one of the most beautiful tracks in the world, one of the hardest corners in the world, Turn 1. The track is the same, the team is the same, but many things change, and one thing, above all, is here. Look at this. You may say, hey, but I've already seen that. No, trust me, this is totally new, it's a revolution. I will talk to you about it in a few minutes, because now I have to go in. Every year coming here for EuroNASCAR driver is truly a dream. I'm talking about the track designed among the green hills of England, made of a succession of breathtaking ups and downs, grandstands full, autographs, shows, and tons of passion. Although we race on the short version, which is only 5 corners, so that the audience can see every corner of the track, the circuit is still spectacular. Talking about Brands Hatch from last year, I have very mixed memories, because I remember a wonderful victory in race 1 in overtime with a fantastic overtake on Vladimir's Tsiortzis, and that was my first real win in EuroNASCAR. But I also remember a race 2 entirely dominated until on the last lap in overtime, Liam Edsemans did a wonderful overtake on me, and he won his first race in EuroNASCAR. It's crazy how, if I had closed that door, I would be European champion today. That's how strange life is. But let's look ahead. The past is already written, the present is in my hands. Soprattutto quando sono rientrato, la sentivo un po' tipo mollicciosa.
Dopo che ha fatto le pressioni?
Cioè, non voglio dire come quando scoppia un ammortizzatore, no? Però come quando si spompa un po' l'ammortizzatore, no? Che... A parte che ho spiattellato verso metà turno, quindi poi ho fatto un po' fatica. Diciamo gli ultimi 7-8 minuti era spiattellata, quindi facevo un po' fatica. Voglio capire se magari era la gomma che si era spiattellata e quindi sul rettilineo. Però non era una vibrazione, era un... troppo forte.
Probabile sia quello.
Davvero avevo solo 100 km di gomma? La sensazione era che fossero più usate.
Ma sai perché? È molto semplice, perché qui la pista è estremamente calda. Parte 1. Più le curve sono tutte con pendenze annesse e quindi una gomma è tantissimo. Ci hai fatto caso che dopo 2 giri avevi il grip?
Usually we are the champions of practices, and that's how we don't win the races, so it's better not to be P1 in free practice, apparently.
Il giro qua sostanzialmente, quello che non ha funzionato è stata curva 1, probabilmente è stato traffico. Hai dovuto staccare prestissimo e sei entrato lento. E infatti vedi tutto il tempo perso, sta qui. Perché dopodiché qua più o meno è paro, però in questa zona qua c'è un grande guadagno. In generale non forzare le entrate e cura l'uscita.
Io adesso inizio a non forzare le entrate, vedo i tempi come vanno. Perché la mia sensazione è sempre quella che se non forzo entro piano in curva. Controintuitivo.
Sì. È molto più difficile in questo modo, però la realtà è questa. Mi sembra quasi che c'è uno stile di guida da GT. Non t'ha fatto benissimo.
Sono appena sceso da una GT Cup.
Ti faceva più bene girare con la legge.
È assurdo, raga. Allora, I can be happy because I always want to see the improvement, okay? So I improved from myself from the FP1 of last year by 1/10, but I'm still slow. Before, 2.5 tenths from the pole. The thing is that I have to do something very counterintuitive, which is braking less and earlier, which is the opposite you might think about when you think about a racing car. You usually think about braking hard and late. No, I have to do the opposite because that's how we go fast with these cars.
Guarda, lo vediamo su
Mamma mia! È meccanico perché se sono voglio 5 euro!
È una punizione per i piloti che fanno piano.
Che oggi non sta a casa, che la moglie fa pure in casa!
Aia!
Vabbè, basta, dai,
basta,
io l'ho fatto oggi,
Come far innamorare la propria donna?
Sta qua una settimana sarda!
Quando torni a casa.
Amore, amore, hai visto cosa so fare con l'aspirapolvere?
La gomma con la quale hai fatto il tempo. L'hai visto?
No. Prima sopra,
Attenzione al setup.
Merda! No! Ecco perché non stavo in strada.
La prossima volta che mi dici per radio ho dato una spiattellatina. Mamma mia, guarda che roba.
Fa male, aia, punge.
Ah, che bel lavoro questo, eh? Complimenti.
I exaggerated a bit. I admit that changing cars all the time on one hand boosts your experience, but on the other hand it's a little confusing because I jump off the EuroNASCAR and get on the Euro Legend, get off the Euro Legend, get into the GT Cup, get off the GT Cup, get onto the midget, get off the midget, get on the EuroNASCAR. And that's how problems happen. I'll tell you, the problem is not much in the control or the technique of the car, but it's in the braking. Because, I don't know if you know it, but a race car is driven with the brake. The only way to go fast is to know how to brake properly. And all these 4 cars have totally different brakings. So, you know what? I just have to learn that with the EuroNASCAR I have to brake early and light. Stop. Okay, all clear. We've made some adjustment to the setup, and now Jimmy is going to try it out. The pros go on track, and the lap times become something impressive. 12 drivers under 49, separated by thousands of a second, until Ghirelli makes a 48.6. 48 and 6. Last year's pole was 48.8. That's impressive. But the question is, did they all put new tire? Or did they change the setup? Or maybe the track improved? You know what? Let's put new tires and find it out. We are serious today. New tire, and we'll see how it goes. 48.9, personal record and best time of the session ahead of Dubek and Tsiortzis. Come on, go for it, come on, let's go! It's still not a great lap time, because I'm still quite far from the best of the pros, but it's still better than last year, and I can say by now I'm satisfied. The setup change has improved so much, so good job everybody. Look at this! Guys, Brands Hatch. It's not my first time here, but I feel like the first time. Because look at that! The compression you have down there is just insane. It's mind-blowing. When you're inside the car, you get like 10 centimeters shorter. Your head goes down and you feel the car touching the ground. Wow. Just wow. However, this is what I wanted to talk to you about, because you may say, hey, this is the Insta360 Go 2. Well, actually not, because this is the Insta360 Go 3. If you want to buy it, it came out today. If you buy it from my link below, you help me support the channel, and with that link down there, maybe you can find discounts with our cameras. So check it out, my link. Now look at this. You can use it like this, like a normal action camera, but if you press a button, the tiny Go 3 comes out. And you can put it wherever you want, on the helmet, inside the helmet, on your face, on your shoe, wherever. It's the smallest, tiniest camera in the world. And watch this. When you put it in the case, boom, like magic. You can use this camera for vlogging and watch yourself while recording. Or you can flip the screen and use it as a normal action camera. Now, think about all the good things of the Insta360 Go 2. They are there. Think about the bad things about the Go 2. They have been fixed. All of them. The battery. Now it lasts 50% more, up to 45 minutes, just the tiny camera itself. I tested it in the free practice. 30 minutes straight. No overheating, no dead battery, nothing. In pro mode. Another big issue with the Go 2, the overheating. Now it's fixed. Inside the car we have 51 degrees Celsius. It didn't stop for a single second. Not at all. It kept recording like charm. Another huge improvement, the audio. In the Go 2, when the audio was too loud, the camera was clipping a bit. While this camera, you can still feel the sound of the engine without clipping. I will do a detailed review of this camera with all the features, but you can record horizontally and then afterwards in the app decide whether to make the video horizontal, vertical, square, stabilization, no stabilization, whatever you want. It has so many features that you will see in the dedicated video. Now, I came here because I wanted to show you something, which is exactly down there. So I came to turn 3 because I wanted to show you 2 big differences this year in Brands Hatch. First one, look at there. Look at how the color of the asphalt changes. Yeah, that's because they put new tarmac here and in other parts of the track. And that probably explains why the lap times this year were faster than last year. But also one thing I want to show you. Now, if you ever have the chance to go and walk on the track after a session with the GT cars, try this. Go into the ideal line and try to walk like this with your feet. You'll feel that they will stick on the ground, like if there's some glue. That's all the rubber that sticks to the asphalt and stay there. That probably explains the big difference between lap times in FP2 and FP1. I mean, many people put new tire, okay, but they were really much faster. So it's probably because of the track evolution, more rubber on the ground. And look, come here. Listen to this. That's actually the shoes sticking to the ground. And another big difference is this. Look at this. This is the curb inside turn 3. Last year this was ground. Now they've put the green asphalt and these, which I recommend you not to hit with your car, otherwise you break the front splitter. And this. This is, I think, aluminum, but look at this. Trust me, I don't want to hit it with my car. So we have to be careful in this corner. Sto cercando di confrontare il mio giro con quello di Ercoli. Mi ha dato un decimo oggi. Lui con gomma usata, io con gomma nuova. Sto cercando di capire dove. È importante perché queste cose magari non le vedi in telemetria, soprattutto da quelle nostre acquisizioni dati. GPS funziona quando vuole. Quindi il video spiega tante cose. E faccio quel giochino che... Avete presente quando ho fatto le comparazioni, non so, Predator vs NASCAR, Yamaha R1 vs NASCAR. Qui metto lì, curva per curva, analizzo il video. Sto facendo la stessa cosa. E ho capito cose interessanti. Molto interessanti. Quindi a vedere se riesco a farle domani. This is it, qualifying. This is the moment where the true values on the field will be seen. Those who yesterday hid, today will now uncover the aces. And those who didn't use new tire will now be forced to use it. As always, the pros will go in first. And now I will see what times Tsiortzis will do. He's always like that, always. Oh yeah, Tsiortzis! Wait, but what is he going to do this year? This is a communication from EuroNASCAR from a few days ago, which divided the drivers into grades. So we have grade A, B and C. So the grade B and C drivers can race wherever they want, while the grade A drivers can race only in the Pro. So what are the requirements to be grade A? Either being gold or platinum in the FIA rankings, or have won one race or championship in the Pro, or finish in top 5 in the Pro, or have finished in top 5 in a NASCAR race in America, or having won a NASCAR championship in the USA, or other criteria evaluated individually. And here's the list. NASCAR, grade B, Tsiortzis, grade B. So it's official. Tsiortzis today is allowed to race in EuroNASCAR 2, and he will be allowed to race in it for the whole season. And since the grade change happens at the end of the year, he will do the whole season in EuroNASCAR 2 and EuroNASCAR Pro. So that's why I'm watching Tsiortzis. The pro lap times are just insane. Tsiortzis 48.6, but Jimmy Ercoli 48.4, pole position. That's insane, Jimmy. You're great. So this means that our car is fast. So now I have no excuse. Let's go get this pole.
P3, il best 48.80. (48.82), 48.82, best. P1 48.665, tu P1. Cerca l'uscita sul rettilineo principale, uscita più stretta.
Sono sempre primo?
Sì, vai, manca 40 secondi. Giuffro P1, 2 centesimi da te. P2, Giuffrò, 4 centesimi da te, 4 centesimi.
Scusa, che tempo ho fatto adesso?
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I did a 48.6, which is an astronomical lap time for me, but it wasn't enough to make the pole position, because that was taken by Paul Giuffrò.
Sì, il livello della 2 quest'anno è ancora più alto. Che cazzo succede? Ma perché ogni volta vengono tutti a rompere i coglioni a me? Gli hanno tolto o no la pole? Perché è uscito lap time cancelled.
Okay, so we're trying to figure out what the qualifying result is, because we saw on the monitor lap time cancelled to Paul Giuffrò for track limits, but that was not the fastest lap. However, we also seen a communication from the race control, which says that Paul Giuffrò has been called to the race marshals. And the reason? This incident with Leinster during qualifying. I was behind him and I saw them crashing, but I didn't understand what happened, so I wanted to ask Giuffrò why he spun.
I don't know, because I was behind. I just, just was following my car, and then I saw you spinning, him going out.
I'm stupid. I wanted him to pass because I wanted to pit, so I didn't want it to get destroyed the next lap time.
Okay.
It didn't end very well, but yeah, so I put myself at the outside, not what he needed, and I saw he could pass at the inside, but I was too slow and him on the brake. So yeah, I'm stupid.
It happens.
Yeah.
So here's the answer: mistake by Paul Giuffrò, who was also super honest in admitting the mistake. So, as we're being presented to the crowd in great style, like always here in Brands Hatch, finally comes the race control decision. Pole position cancelled for Paul Giuffrò, which results in 3 positions penalty and pole position to me.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
I made the mistake.
See you later.
Yeah. Good race.
You too.
I'm sorry, Paul, but that's the way it goes. Okay, you can say this is not a real pole position. I don't care. A pole position is a pole position.
Well,
Yeah.
so if you're trying to look in the mirror over there,
No.
you're not seeing.
No.
In the meantime, a new friend, a fellow driver and YouTuber also came to the track to see me. And I'm talking about Cameron Das, which is an American guy living in London. He raced in the FIA Formula 3 World Championship, and I wanted to show him the fascinating world of EuroNASCAR. And just think how tiny the world is, because all the two of us were fans of each other on YouTube without knowing it. This day we also recorded a podcast that will be released on his channel, so you can find his channel in description. In all this, we are in England, and as you know, the weather here is super unpredictable, and indeed, the rain comes. Which doesn't last long actually. But anyway, nothing stops the British people from coming to the race. This is the starting grid of the Pro, and then Brands Hatch show begins. Mamma mia, what a show! I will never stop being excited by so much passion. The crazy thing is that hardly anyone here knows me, but I gave like 500 autographs postcards. That's crazy stuff. Jimmy Ercoli starts in pole position, but immediately there's a plot twist. At the first corner, Vladimir Tsiortzis stops for a problem, and so he burns out both races. Just imagine if it happened to him in the 2 instead of the Pro. But what about Jimmy Ercoli instead? Well, he's flying. P1 from the first to the last lap, now without a struggle. But in the end, he wins, and he takes the number 54 car to the top set of the podium here in Brands Hatch. This means only one thing: I can't be outdone. I can't let Tsiortzis win again, not today. In my hands, I have the chances to shorten the distance from him in the standings. I have to get a good start, put myself in front, and stay there for the whole race. Tsiortzis must not win. Not today. Here in Brands Hatch, we must stop his ride. Ready to start the 3rd race of the championship. For the first time this year, I start in pole position and have the concrete chance to bring home the first victory of the year and recover some points in the standings on Tsiortzis. There we go, boom, green lights, let's go. The start was good, I have the advantage of the line, starting from pole position in turn 1. Oh man! I almost lost it. I don't know what happened. Dubek is in the outside. I have to keep the inside. I have to cover in turn 2. No mistakes here. Let's keep the inside. Dubek stays behind. Oh, I made it. But what happened in turn 1, man? Whoa, what a mega risk I took in turn 1. The thing is that turn 1 you do it in 3rd gear, but I wanted to do it in 2nd gear to stay more to the inside, cover the inside, and exit faster, okay? The thing is that as soon as I downshifted, I completely locked the rear and it went sideways. That was so unexpected, and then I locked the front tire. However, Tsiortzis already overtook Jufro, and now between me and him there is just Martin Dubek. Martin, do everything you can to keep him behind. Dubek is still there. I don't know how far he is because with these mirrors I don't see anything, so I cover the inside and whoa, look at the understeer. Why that much? So he got close. I have to cover in turn 2. He tries in the outside, but it's impossible to pass me there like that. But why that understeer? That's so strange. I mean, the car is so different compared to the qualifying, and I don't know whether it's the flat spot that I did or it's the track that after the rain got washed and now there is no rubber anymore on the asphalt. I just have to find again the references.
Ok, hai 3 decimi di gap sul secondo, 3 decimi. Adesso hai dietro Tsiortzis,
That's incredible. It's just lap 4 and he's already there. Already stuck to my rear. I just have to defend now. Oh, no, that lockup is destroying my tires.
Continui a bloccare l'anteriore.
I know, Manuel. I know. I don't know why I'm locking up that much. Maybe because I made a flat spot in the race start, and now it's getting worse and worse, and Tsiortzis got super close. I'm struggling a lot.
Safety car deployed, safety car.
Okay, I can breathe now.
Mi dici chi ha fatto il miglior tempo?
Al momento il miglior tempo è un 50,01 fatto da Schuber, no, da Jufro.
No, ho fatto 49,6 io.
No, non è vero, hai fatto 49,5 tu, hai fatto 49,5 tu nell'ultimo giro, scusami.
Quanto ha fatto Tsiortzis?
49,65.
Ok, quindi ero riuscito ad allungare su di lui un pochino.
Sì, poco, ma il problema è che col bloccaggi tuoi in curva 1 e con la curva 2 fatta un po' a me, là ti riprendeva molto, lo staccavi tra la 3 e la 4.
Lo so, ok. È un pochino più scivolosa di stamattina la pista.
Allora non forzare curva 1 ma fai una traiettoria a coprire bene, in modo tale che curva 2 non ti possa affiancare interno.
Tu avvisami se devo coprire in curva 1, ok?
Ok, ti dico chiudi.
As this is EuroNASCAR 2, so those are drivers that are in their first season of racing in EuroNASCAR. Leading that is the car in 8th place at the moment.
Okay, from now on, no more mistakes, no more lockups, and even if I already have a flat spot, I have to do everything I can to brake as smooth as possible, as clean as possible, not to destroy the tire. Tsiortzis in the outside, waiting for the green that comes now, and there we go for the second restart in this race 1. Tsiortzis started pretty good. He tries to go wide in the outside, but it's impossible to go as fast as me with that line, so he stays behind. I cover the inside in turn 2, just to precaution, just to be careful. Tsiortzis tries in the outside, but it's impossible to pass me now with that line, not in these conditions. And there I am, in 3rd position. Now I have to do everything I can to keep him behind. I close the door now in turn 3, you probably saw it from the line. Tsiortzis lost a bit, so I can breathe a second now. Let's look how he does turn 4. Then we get to turn 5. He brings so much corner speed inside, and look at that. He has no understeer. While I'm struggling with the front, he has no understeer, and he was able to exit faster than me. So now we get to turn 1. He's pretty close. I have to cover the inside because that way, that's how he passed Dubek in the previous lap. So I am all in the inside. He crosses the line. Look at how faster than me he exits from turn 1. He's already side by side, and I can't believe it. He made it. He passed me, but what a difference in turn 1. That's crazy. He overtook me the same way I did on him in 2022. the exact same maneuver. But what's embarrassing is the speed he came out of turn 1. That was just unbelievable. I'm struggling with the understeer, I don't know why. Maybe it's the flat spot now which got worse, and I just have no hopes to stay with him. But you know what? I'll do everything I can. Now I'll just keep pushing until the end of the race, and I will see if I can stick with him.
Occhio dietro, è 4 decimi da quello davanti, 4 decimi. Miglior tempo Tsiortzis 49.377. Butta un occhio dietro ogni tanto. 5 giri da ora, 5 giri.
Nothing to do. 5 laps to go. Tsiortzis disappeared. He built an enormous advantage and now he's just managing the tires. Stick with him. Guys, I had to watch my back for a whole race, so that's it. That's how it goes. When there's 5 laps to go and you're so far from the lead, what's there to do? Nothing. You just keep pushing, you get the car to the finish line, and then you think about the defeat and lick your wounds. Yeah, because a 5-second gap in 5 laps left, there's nothing else you can do, right? Unless...
The safety car.
Oh my god, what a gift! What a gift! I can't believe it! Thank you. Now everything is open again. Anything can happen, anything. I'm 100% sure that I will extend the race, so I just have to invent something magical. Something like I did in 2022, where I passed Tsiortzis in the extra time. It's now or never. I have to invent something.
La safety car in questo giro. Ok, formazione 2-2, 2-2, top.
The final restart of the race, the last chance to flip the cards. Today I was not the fastest, but I need some luck, because I didn't have luck last year, and now I want some to flip the cards. There we go! Tsiortzis started pretty good, but he started as good as him. Now, he brakes late, so I try to cross the line. There we go to turn 2. He covers the inside, not to have the same outcome of the last year, so this is what I do. I don't try to go wild, I stick to his ass, and I try to exit as fast as possible from turn 2. Now he covers the inside in turn 3, so now I'll try to cross the line. Look at how good I did the corner, I exit super fast.
Full cursiello.
No.
Oh, hai fatto una grande manovra, mannaggia.
Non è possibile.
Finirà sotto full cursiello.
Va bene.
Stai per prendere la bandiera a scacchi più brutta della storia delle bandiere a scacchi.
Whatever, it had to be this way. Maybe it went too well for me here in Brands Hatch last year, and now the wheel of fortune or the karma is no longer turning on my side. Well, certainly last year that safety car put the victory in my hand, and this year, on the other hand, it took off my hands the chance to try and take the victory. But more than luck, what I have to be aware of is that now Tsiortzis has made the weaknesses he had last year disappear. He doesn't miss a start, he doesn't leave an open door, he's even faster, and above all, he's smart and deadly. He overtook me in the exact same way, in the exact same spot that I overtook him last year. And the simple, harsh reality we have to swallow is that he's stronger than us this year. Either we find a way to catch him, or it's done. The sad thing is that last year I would have been happy with the second place here in Brands Hatch. But today I'm not. Not after I took pole position in the morning, and not after I see Tsiortzis winning 3 races in a row. stretching further in the standings. However, let's close this chapter and think about tomorrow. I have one good news and one bad news. The good news is that the weather forecast says rain for tomorrow. And you know what? I've been training in the rain one day. However, the bad news is that today I will start before, because my lap time in race 1 was not fast enough. So, what can we say? Are you ready for the comeback of the year? And I almost forgot. Check now the link in the description and go buy the Insta360 Go 3.